Hi, I'm Charlie Goodman, and I sure do love to drive. But sooner or later, you've got to stop. Join us later and find out 2 different ways to execute braking procedure on Behind the Wheel.
And now, Behind the Wheel with Charlie Goodman.
Threshold braking. No doubt about it, folks. The quickest way to stop a car in a straight line under most road conditions. We're going to show you how it's done. All right, away we go. Accelerating to 50 kilometers an hour, wet asphalt, 50 kilometers an hour, threshold brake. Squeeze the pedal, squeeze it harder, harder, right to a stop. Try to keep the wheels rolling all the time. Anytime the wheel locks and starts to scrub, you're sliding, folks. You're going too far. All right, now, we will now use a small cone to mark this spot, and then we will proceed and we will compare the distance in stopping between proper threshold and lock-up braking technique. All right, the same 50 kilometers an hour, same asphalt, nice and wet and slippery, entering the exercise, and stop, locked up solid. Everything I can put into this stop is happening. Folks, I'm almost pushing the seat right off the track. You could hear the tire skidding. All that scrub meant that we were sliding totally out of control. Having discovered the difference now between threshold braking and lock-up braking on a smooth surface, let's do something interesting. Why don't we try the same experiment on this gravel-covered road? We're accelerating to 60 kilometers an hour. Just over the rise of this hill, we'll spot our cone. At that cone, that is the beginning of the braking distance. The first attempt will be with threshold braking. All right, now I've got to concentrate. 60 kilometers and threshold brake. Squeeze it to a nice stop. Beautiful. Now, we'll mark this spot with a cone, and then we'll go around and we'll make our attempt with the other lock-up braking technique. Now, continuing with our test, except this time with our lock-up braking technique. We are accelerating, we're at 60 kilometers an hour, holding steady, and we're within sight of our cone, getting ready, and now lock it up. How does this technique work? What is the difference? It is because of the debris that is built up under the wheel, creating so much additional friction. The result? An astounding 17 feet shorter using this technique. And you know what? It works that way every time. However, consider, what if a person had been standing right here? Even this shorter distance would have been inadequate. What would we have done? Join us next week and find out on Behind the Wheel.